Are you ready for the second part of my series on IEW? The last time we talked about writing and how we can create capable writers by teaching writing holistically. And today we'll focus on how IEW teaches writing and what options you have from IEW when it comes to writing. Also, don't forget about the giveaway I'm hosting on my blog, which is sponsored by IEW. And I just want to insert a small disclaimer here. While IEW sponsored this giveaway, I purchased the levels and books we are using, and my review of this program is honest. It's truly a program we love and will continue using until the end of high school. Hello everyone, I'm Laura from monkeymom.com, a blog dedicated to all things homeschooling. As a veteran homeschooler with 7 years of experience, I'm excited to bring you fresh ideas, reviews, and freebies to help in your homeschool journey. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. And don't forget to check out the blog post linked in the description for even more valuable resources. Let's dive in. For those of you that don't know, IEW stands for Institute for Excellence in Writing, an award-winning publisher that has been teaching language arts successfully for over 25 years to thousands of children across the globe. Although they are mostly known for their writing curriculum, their offer also includes other excellent curricula like grammar, spelling, reading, poetry, literary analysis, college prep, speech and debate courses, and more. So you can head over to their website and see all the great things they offer. I know the website can be a bit intimidating, but browse carefully and you will see how many wonderful things you discover. Mr. Andrew Pudawa is the founder and director of the Institute for Excellence in Writing, IEW. He has been a teacher, speaker, and writer in the homeschooling community for over 30 years. Mr. Pudawa is known for his passion for teaching, his engaging speaking style, and his dedication to helping students become successful writers. I've had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Pudawa over Skype live a few weeks ago, and he's the kind of person that leaves an impression on you. And maybe that feeling was exponentially stronger because we are fans of Mr. Pudawa here, along with our closest homeschool friends. His way of teaching actually shaped not only Mark's writing, but my approach to teaching writing in our homeschool as well. In a nutshell, IEW teaches writing incrementally, clearly, and with a focus on the classical method of Progymnasmata. More about that in a moment. The main focus of the program is to prepare children for any kind of writing and arm them with the confidence and tools they need to organize any written work and communicate effectively. I've gone in more detail on my blog, but unlike any classical programs that might feel overwhelming to teach, IEW has a different approach of mastery to exposure. I see it as a mastery spiral approach, but I know these terms are mutually exclusive. That's just the way I think about it. I just love the dedication on the first page of their core writing program, teaching writing structure and style, because I feel it illustrates who this program is for and what it does. IEW has a unique way of looking at writing as a skill that can be taught with the right tools to anyone. That's why this writing curriculum is so versatile and it works for a range of children of different writing abilities. And just like any skill, playing an instrument, dancing, painting, playing sports, kids need to be shown through imitation and example how to use the tools correctly before they can create something truly original. They also need to know the rules and master the tools before being able to create something uniquely theirs. We all know if you give someone a new instrument for the first time, they will probably not create wonderful music or paint the next famous piece. I love this analogy Mr. Pudawa makes with art because it makes sense. It's normal that the first compositions in writing will sound awkward and won't be so great, but that doesn't mean the program doesn't work. It simply means children are exploring what I like to call their writer's toolbox. IEW writing programs lay the foundation for good writing by following a few principles principles from classical education. Number 1. Progymnasmata. Progymnasmata is a series of rhetorical exercises that were designed to help students develop their writing skills progressively, starting with basic skills and gradually building up to more complex and challenging writing tasks. The Progymnasmata approach to writing typically starts with simple exercises such as narration and description, which help students learn to organize their thoughts and express them clearly and coherently. As they progress, students move on to more complex exercises which teach them to think critically and analytically about different subjects and to develop their own ideas and arguments. Similarly, IEW encourages kids to take small steps into writing, starting with the most basic, summarizing and note-taking, and reaching all the way to complex literary analysis. Kids know exactly what's expected of them at each step, and they are encouraged to develop the confidence in their writing ability. Number 2. Formulas and imitation. Many parents turn away at the mention of structured writing, writing imitation, or checklists. But if we think about it, there's an art in learning to chisel a text to perfection. There are some rules that help elevate a text from mediocrity to excellence, and these rules aren't innate. They need to be taught and internalized. Despite fears about IEW being too structured, formulaic, and based on imitation, the program's aim isn't to hinder creativity, but to challenge students to explore writing concepts in innovative ways that they may not have previously considered. One example is the use of banned words. Being forbidden from using them forces students to consider alternative options, which can ultimately make them better writers. The formulas given to them are just teaching them organized writing. There's a gradual transformation over the years that goes beyond formulas. For example, when first using who-which clauses, kids' sentences might sound forced and unnatural, but as they grow and get accustomed to the style, they will come up with more creative ways of incorporating the requirements on the checklist that don't sound formulaic, but original and creative instead. Forced sentences like "the book which was green sat on my desk" will gradually become "the green book which was a gift from my grandma held my childhood memories between its pages." Part of IEW's writing curriculum is based on taking a good piece of pre-existing text and deconstructing it in order to discover the mechanisms behind creating it in the first place. This provides children with an ampler perspective on what they can accomplish with writing. IEW uses the classical methodology of imitation as a starting point to get to innovation, because through imitation, kids aren't forced to think about all the complex processes of writing all at once, but they can focus on learning them one at a time. As students become more comfortable with the basic structure and style of writing, they can begin to innovate and experiment with their own ideas and approaches. This allows them to develop their own unique voice and style while still adhering to the principles of effective writing. If you still have doubts about this aspect, Mr. Pudewa did a great job at addressing the problem of creativity and imitation in podcast number 314, Imitation as a Foundation for Innovation, Creativity, and Development. Creativity is the combination and permutation of previously existing elements in what appears to be a unique way. 3. Mastery-based writing curriculum through exposure. Being mastery-based, IEW will make sure the kids are familiarized with the techniques and structure of writing until these become second nature to them. It might look as if all IEW's programs are repetitive because they cover the same types of units, but at a closer look, you'll see that the difference between them is in the amount of work we ask from students. Moreover, unlike many classical programs that put emphasis on rote memorization, IEW's method is memorization through exposure. If kids fulfill the same requirements with every writing assignment, a lot of the items on their checklist will just internalize with little effort, leading to growth and sophistication in their writing. It's amazing hearing my reluctant writer point out to me ly adverbs in random texts, or casually point out in conversation that I've just used a because clause. The strategic repetition to mastery pays off. Number 4. Structure and style for concrete expectations. One of the main goals of IEW is to teach children how to communicate their thoughts and ideas in a clear, concise, and engaging manner, whether in writing or speaking. And they achieve this through setting very clear and gradually increasing expectations. By respecting the clear requirements, children will produce organized pieces of writing, even if they aren't the best at first, and the mere fact that they checked everything off the list and were capable of producing what's expected of them will boost their confidence and encourage them to explore more. IEW teaches writing compositions from two directions, the style and the structure, which we will talk about more in the next video that covers the components of structure and style for students. Structure refers to the format of the text, the right questions to ask, and organizing your ideas. It takes kids from outlining and note-taking to inventive writing and formal critiques through the 9 units. Style refers to stylistic techniques used when writing to make reading the text more enjoyable. These are interspersed in each unit following the rule of easy plus 1, which means they will be introduced one at a time until children master them. Once internalized, these tools of writing will help students produce effective writing pieces that are on subject, clearly organized, and delivered. Number 5. Keyword outlines. Keyword outlines are the first steps to writing and speaking with intent and clarity. IEW's building block is the keyword outline that will be present throughout the program. Keyword outlines teach kids to always plan and scaffold their writing and organize their ideas so that their writing will flow logically and follow a structure. This will not only organize their writing logically and keep them on the subject, but it will also save a lot of time. Knowing how to take out the essential bits from a text and organize our thoughts in a logical, coherent manner is important in multiple areas, including studying, public speaking, and analyzing information. Additionally, even though IEW writing programs are focused mainly on writing, the keyword outline in IEW is usually accompanied by a requirement of children to present their outline orally. Mr. Pudewa encourages some simple techniques used in public speaking, like forming sentences in your head, looking at the audience while speaking, and making use of your keyword outline to sort your ideas. Number 6. Vocabulary, grammar, punctuation, and correct usage. While not a complete language arts curriculum, IEW treats writing in a holistic manner. That means putting importance on all aspects of writing, including vocabulary, punctuation, and grammar. While these elements of language are present throughout the lessons, some of the programs put emphasis on different aspects of vocabulary or grammar. Throughout the writing process, the grammar aspect can be complemented with their separate grammar curriculum, Fixed Grammar. In structure and style for students, vocabulary is encouraged through lists of banned words and alternatives to these, as well as the use of a thesaurus. While the program focuses mostly on writing, there are some words that Mr. Pudewa explains to students on the whiteboard. In text-based writing, vocabulary plays a greater role in writing because each level will have printed vocabulary cards at the end of the book that you can use to reinforce and encourage new words to be used in your children's writing. This emphasis on vocabulary is also reflected in the checklist provided with theme-based writing. Number 7. Checklists for planning, editing, and grading writing. IEW's writing programs feature well-crafted checklists that serve as guides for students to plan their writing and for teachers to grade it. You'll find these checklists are present in all 3 programs. The checklists cover structure, style, mechanics, and vocabulary, ensuring that students pay attention to all aspects of their writing while editing their work. The student checklist is not point-based, but serves as a guide and reminder to edit and proofread their work before submitting it. Teacher checklists come in 2 forms, one with points and one without, making grading written work much less intimidating. These checklists, combined with the student writing samples provided for each lesson, make the grading process stress-free for homeschooling parents and teachers. If you opt for the teaching writing structure and style, you'll even have the option of generating new checklists to suit any text you might choose. Many homeschool parents don't realize IEW's writing program doesn't stop with structure and style for students, but we have multiple options to teach writing. Their best-known curriculum, Structure and Style for Students, is video-based. It came out in its final form in 2020 and was designed to replace the previous IEW writing program, Student Writing Intensive. IEW also offers an alternative path to writing that uses the same principles presented in Instruction Style for Students, but offers parents the option to teach these themselves through their cross-curricular, theme-based writing series. And finally, IEW empowers teachers to implement the structure and style however they want, at any age and on any text, through their core writing program, Teaching Writing Structure and Style, a lecture-style program aimed at teachers or parents. Teaching Writing Structure and Style is the base of Structure and Style for Students. Although these three writing options are all based on the same structure and style principles, here's how they compare. Let's look at the similarities first. They all cover the 9 units of structure and style. They are based on the revolutionary keyword outline approach, the building block of the whole program that teaches kids how to clearly organize their compositions and ideas. They cover 24 to 30 weeks of instruction. While the Structure and Style for Students has an included 24-week schedule, you can find a free printable for 30-week schedule in your downloads. They all come with free printables that you can download by using the special codes on the blue paper in front of any book for teachers. They are all versatile and reusable. You can use them with multiple kids or adapt them to any text and age once you are familiar with the way of teaching this program. The most notable difference between the three is the fact that Teaching Writing Structure and Style is aimed at the parents, while Structure and Style for Students and Theme-Based Writing are aimed at the students. So Teaching Writing Structure and Style will have no student workbook like the other two options. Another major difference is that Teaching Writing Structure and Structure and Style for Students are both video-based and theme-based writing isn't. Let's quickly browse each of these. I won't spend too much time explaining what's inside because my review of Structure and Style for Students is coming up next and we will cover these things in detail there. Themed-based writing is the cheapest option of the three and it comes with the most choices for topics. It's focused on exploring specific themes or topics such as fables, myths, and historical fiction. Students are provided with a variety of source texts related to the theme which they analyze and use as models for their own writing. It also covers a broader age range starting from 2nd grade all the way to high school. If you already taught Structure and Style for Students, you are good to go. But if it's your first time using this, you will also need the teacher training, Teaching Writing Structure and Style. In theme-based writing, parents are the ones teaching the writing lessons. There are no video lessons for the children. On the other hand, Structure and Style for Students is a comprehensive video-based writing curriculum where Mr. Andrew Pudawa is teaching writing to children through video lessons in a classroom setting. The parent's role with Structure and Style for Students is to edit the compositions and support their children. Structure and Style for Students has pre-selected cross-curricular texts that we found very interesting and engaging. The teacher training with Structure and Style for Students is optional, but many parents choose to go through the seminar because it offers them a more in-depth view and understanding of the program. And finally, Teaching Writing Structure and Style is aimed at parents and it's comprised of video lessons and a workbook. Andrew Pudawa will teach in a room of parents and teachers how the program works. You can choose to do all the program at once or do it in pieces before you cover the units with your children. Once you know exactly how Structure and Style works, you can choose your own texts to work on and generate your own checklists to perfectly fit your children. For more advanced writers, you can choose more challenging texts or checklists. If you want to get some inspiration for this, I created a printable with prompts for each of the units and each of the 3 levels of Structure and Style. You can download it from my blog post. I love that all 3 IEW writing programs can be intertwined to create a complete and engaging writing curriculum even for the most advanced writers out there. IEW created a comprehensive and effective homeschool writing curriculum that emphasizes structure, organization, and clear communication. The various formats and program combinations available make Structure and Style a versatile and customizable writing curriculum option for every homeschool family. Whether you want to leave the instruction to Mr. Pudawa or you want to be the one choosing the source texts and the writing challenges for your children, IEW has you covered. But best of all, this is a comprehensive writing curriculum that provides students with the clear tools to become strong writers through its focus on outlining and editing. Want to find out more about the Institute for Excellence in Writing's most acclaimed writing curriculum? Join me for the next video to take a closer look at the components and enriching materials of structure and style for students. And don't forget to join the IEW giveaway on my website. Good luck, everyone! So this was it for today. I hope this video helped you see how valuable this writing curriculum is. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to help me grow this channel. Until next time, stay curious.